requested video for you. You guys always ask us about that infamous Ikea fur throw that's in every Pinterest bedroom photo ever. And you want to know, how do you DIY that? Can you guys DIY that? So we did.
We did. It's super easy, which is why we didn't do just the Ikea throw. We also did 3 other fur DIYs that are super in. I know this is like springtime, but I still feel like fur is in. It's just like kind of a part of a staple right now.
And we did it in white, which to me, white always feels fresh and like springy and clean.
Yeah.
But again, you can do these in any colors. When we were at the fabric store, they had like pink fur, gray fur, brown fur, like you name it. They had it.
So you can definitely mix it up. Let's get right on into the video.
So for our fur stool, you'll need some kind of stool or ottoman. We got this one for $6 from the thrift store. For this DIY, you'll also need some faux fur. We got ours from the fabric store and we purchased 3/4 of a meter, and we'll be using some of the leftover for another DIY. First, we are going to lay our fabric out good side facing down, followed by our ottoman on top. We are centering our ottoman on the one side and making sure there's enough fabric to cover the cushion and the wood frame and attach on the underside. We measured the same thing on the side that is not cut and just drew a line so that we knew where to cut. From here, all we did was fold in the corners, pull the fabric over the edge to make sure it lays the way we want it to, and then we just used some finishing nails to hold the fabric to the underside of the stool. We repeated this on all sides, making sure that as we went, the top was looking smooth and even. Add as many nails as you need until the fabric is secured in all places. This step can also be completed with a staple gun if you happen to have one. And the very last step is the brushing of the fur. This can make a big difference in the way your ottoman looks.
Next, we're going to show you how you can replicate the famous Ikea fur floor rug. Start by taking the rest of your faux fur fabric and we're going to lay it out onto the floor, good side facing down. Next, we're going to draw a shape similar to the Ikea sheepskin, but this can be anything you want, an oval, a star, a letter, whatever. With the good side facing up, we're going to comb our fur inwards towards our drawn shape. And we're doing this because when we go to cut our shape, we want to make sure that we aren't cutting off all of the long fur pieces. Flip it back over and cut out your shape. Again, trying not to cut off the long fur pieces that would hang over the edge of your throw. When that's done, you can flip it again so your good side is facing up and begin to fluff out the fur. Comb through the edges to make sure you pull out any pieces that got cut and are no longer attached. You don't want this throw to be shedding. Once you've directed the fur to cover the cut edges, you're all done.
For this fur pillow, we're using fur trim for a cheap alternative to achieve that fur look. For the pillow base, we're starting with 2 squares of peach fabric that are 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. Our fur trim was 10 centimeters thick, so we cut 3 strips 30 centimeters long to make the perfect square. Sandwich your fur trim between the 2 pieces of peach fabric and pin this together. When you're pinning it shut, make sure you push all the fur to the inside of the pillow to make your sewing a lot easier and to help your pillow be as fluffy as possible. Once you're almost pinned up, leave a 3-inch gap to add the pillow stuffing. Sew all the way around minus our gap we left. Now you can flip the pillow inside out and add your pillow stuffing. Make sure to sew up the gap afterwards by hand. As a last step, we added some lines of fabric glue underneath the fur strips to hold them down in place since they aren't sewn down horizontally. So to make this adorable fur accessory, start with a small square of faux fur. We're using more of this fur trim. Draw out a circle and cut it out. Next, using some needle and thread, stitch loose stitches all the way around on the back side of the fur. Slowly tighten the thread and the circle should begin to form a sphere shape. We're using the tiniest amount of pillow stuffing to plump out our pom-pom. Pull your thread all the way tight and then stitch it back and forth a few times and knot it to close up the hole. For the chain, we just added a piece of leftover chain from our DIY head chain and attached it to a lobster clip with a tiny jump ring. String your needle and thread through some of the fur at the top and then string on the end of your chain. Loop the thread around the fur a few times to secure the chain and then knot it and tie it off. And you're all done.
Sorting through memories and photographs. It takes us back and we're laughing and talking about good times.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the 4 different ways that you can make fur DIYs. They're all extremely easy and like really fun.
This was like, I was like, wait, this didn't take us any time at all. Usually when we DIY, it takes us like a full day.
We did these in like an afternoon.
I know, it was amazing.
Let us know which of the 4 was your favorite below and what else you'd like to see from us because this one was a request from you guys.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Guys, we also have some big news. This is the last time you will ever see this exact setup.
I know, if you guys follow us on Snapchat with If you aren't, then you should be. We were looking at studios to rent because we want to move to an actual office, guys.
Yeah.
So exciting, so we have actual room to film things and like, it's just not crazy for us. So we finally have one and we're gonna be putting a new setup in there and that's where the rest of our videos will be from now on.
Yeah, I hope you guys like aren't scared by this change. It's just like super good things. Right now we film in my apartment, in Becky's old bedroom, in my apartment, and it's just like super cramped in there because me and my boyfriend also have like a couch in there, so it's kind of like, this is the living room right now. Anyways, it's not the best it could be, and in our office we'll just be able to have like a super amazing #goals craft cubby, which we're gonna try to build from scratch, and it's not a big space at all, but it'll just be able to make it more like organized.
And we're gonna try and recreate this setup, like pretty similar, so it's not gonna be anything like crazy, but
Yeah.
just exciting for us.
It's still us, but it just means Becky doesn't have to drive all the way downtown, which makes it better for her, and it'll be just great for everybody. And hopefully you guys too, and more content, because like it takes us like 30 minutes just to set up the lights and everything and the camera in this, like in my living room, but when we're in the office we can just kind of like leave things set up. We don't have to constantly be setting up and tearing down.
So yeah, big exciting changes. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this, guys.
And if you like this video, make sure that you like it.
if you love it, make sure you sub it, subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.